Okay, guys, I'm going to give it back to Izzy, and she's going to give you a tour of the base. Go ahead, Iz.
Hiya again. Well, we got Norman home, which is great. As you can see, we've got the mate boosted stat over the top of it now, which appears when one or additional of the opposite gender are nearby. And if we pan over here, you'll be able to see them all over there. There are a lot. I've been taming them since probably about level 3. Not all the time, but I focused quite a lot of my early game on it just to be able to get this many. I think, including Norman, there are now 18, so there's quite a few here. And I think I kept the majority of them as females, so we get more eggs, which I shall show you in a minute. So, if you have a look, one of our friends, Frosty, actually built this recently, which is a genius contraption, because before we had to get around them all when they were on the ground, and it was quite difficult to pick up. But the idea of this ramp is you put them at the top, and they either are supposed to roll down, or occasionally they glitch through and fall to the bottom. Either way, they're a lot easier to harvest, and you can see that there are quite a few eggs and piles of poo just sat around. So you can harvest the eggs and eat them, and you can harvest the poo and put it in a fertilizer bin, which there are a few behind in this little hut. You can see that you get quite a good hunger increase from, or decrease from eating the eggs, which is really good. And you also find that if you're constantly babysitting them, you can probably get about maybe 1 a minute. You can probably get 10 pretty easily. It was pretty quick. I was sat around for about 15 minutes and I ended up getting about 20. I'm pretty sure it's random. I've been doing some tests to see if them eating berries increases the chance, but I'm pretty sure it's random. But they're very good for making fertilizer, which you can then use for your farm, which we've got one over there, which is growing quite nicely on all the Dodo poo.
And the idea, guys, behind the little fort here that we have, the Dodo shed, is that we keep our fertilizer bin so we don't have to walk too far. You can see it's filled up pretty much with all poop and thatch, which gives you fertilizer, which then I'll go use some fertilizer over on the farm and show you what kind of increase you get. So this one, let's see, this one's about 50,000. So we'll drop another fertilizer in here, and that gives you up to 104,000. So about 504,000 fertilizer per bag that you get that comes out of the compost bin. So the idea is that you'll just pick up the poop, you will walk over to the bin and drop it in when there's an empty slot, and that's why we keep all these right here, making it a little bit easier for us to manage fertilizer. So you can see some of the poop falling through here and down, just like Izzy explained.
And the fertilizer lasts quite long on the crop plants. I mean, I've found it to last at least about 12 in-game hours, would you say?
Yeah, I would say that's about right. You want to have a couple bags if you're not going to play till the next day. I would say a couple bags and at least a few pieces of poop will get you till 24 to 25 hours from the time you log off.
Yeah, because that's another good point. If you don't have the compost bin yet, you can just put poo on there rather than fertilizer, which does the job, but it doesn't last as long.
Yeah,
it will do the job.
The comparison, if we say we have 69,000 on this one and we put small dinosaur feces, it gives you maybe 3,000, and medium dinosaur feces gives you about 8,000. So that gives you a comparison. Or you can put in the fertilizer, which gives you 50,000. So it's much more efficient to actually take the time, make the compost bin, and make the fertilizer.
And just as an aside, getting seeds, all you need to do is it's a random drop when you're picking up berries and harvesting them. So there's a slim chance you'll get some seeds. So just harvest all of the plants and you should find some.
Ow. Man, your hands are really getting out of control today.
I'm terribly sorry.
All right, well, thank you very much, Izzy, for the tour. Shout out to Frosty for making this amazing Dodo fort, and we'll see you guys in the next video.